You've worked hard your entire life, diligently paying into Social Security, planning for a comfortable retirement. But what if I told you that everything you thought you knew about your Social Security benefits is about to change dramatically? In a landmark decision that's sending shockwaves through the nation, the Senate has just approved sweeping new rules that will transform the Social Security landscape as we know it, starting May 1st, 2025. These aren't just minor adjustments. We're talking about the most significant overhaul of the Social Security system in the past 40 years. Whether you're already receiving benefits, approaching retirement age, or just starting your career, these changes will impact your financial future in ways you never imagined. But here's the burning question that's keeping millions of Americans up at night. Will these new rules leave you better off, or could they potentially slash thousands of dollars from your future benefits? Some experts are calling this the most controversial Social Security reform in recent history, while others claim it's exactly what we needed to save the program from collapse. What if I told you that your retirement age might suddenly shift, or that your benefits could be calculated using an entirely new formula? What if the taxes you pay and the benefits you receive are about to undergo a dramatic transformation? Before we dive deep into these crucial changes that could affect your financial future, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room: why these changes are happening now. The Social Security Administration has been facing mounting pressure for years, as the trust fund reserves were projected to be depleted by 2034. This crisis demanded immediate action, and that's exactly what the Senate delivered with this comprehensive reform package. The first major change we need to discuss is the new retirement age framework. Currently, the full retirement age is 67 for those born in 1960 or later. Under the new rules, this will gradually increase to 68 for those born after 1965, with a possible further increase to 69 for future generations. This change reflects the reality of increased life expectancy and aims to ensure the program's long-term sustainability. But what does this mean for you personally? If you're planning to retire in the next decade, you'll need to carefully reconsider your retirement timeline. The good news is that the Senate has included a grandfather clause for workers who are within 5 years of their current full retirement age. This means if you're 60 or older as of May 1st, 2025, you'll still fall under the old rules. One of the most significant changes comes in the form of how benefits are calculated. The new legislation introduces a modified formula for determining your average indexed monthly earnings aim. Instead of using your highest 35 years of earnings, the new calculation will consider your highest 40 years. This change aims to reward longer careers and encourage continued workforce participation. Let's talk about the cost of living adjustments, a crucial aspect that affects millions of beneficiaries. The new rules introduce a more sophisticated approach to calculating these annual increases. Instead of relying solely on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers (CPIW), the Social Security Administration will now use a blended formula that also considers the Consumer Price Index. For the elderly (CPIE), this change acknowledges that seniors often face different spending patterns and cost increases compared to the general workforce. Another groundbreaking change involves the earnings cap for Social Security taxes. Currently, earnings above $168,600 as of 2024 aren't subject to Social Security taxes. The new legislation gradually increases this cap over the next decade, eventually removing it entirely for high-income earners. This change is expected to significantly boost the program's revenue stream and help ensure its long-term viability. But it's not all about increasing taxes and pushing back retirement ages. The Senate has also included several provisions that could benefit certain groups of beneficiaries. For instance, the new rules enhance benefits for widows and widowers, particularly those who might have faced reduced benefits under the current system. The legislation also introduces new protections for divorced spouses and creates a more equitable system for determining survivor benefits. One of the most innovative aspects of the new legislation is the introduction of a caregiver credit system. This groundbreaking provision acknowledges the unpaid work of those who take time off to care for children or elderly family members. Under the new rules, caregivers can receive credit toward their Social Security earnings record for up to 5 years of caregiving work, helping to offset the financial impact of these career interruptions. The minimum benefit level is also getting a significant boost. The new rules establish a higher floor for lifetime low-wage workers, ensuring that no one who has worked for 30 years or more will receive benefits below the federal poverty level. This change particularly affects women and minorities, who have historically been more likely to work in lower-paying jobs. But what about current beneficiaries? If you're already receiving Social Security benefits, you might be wondering how these changes will affect your monthly checks. The good news is that current beneficiaries will see some positive changes, including a one-time adjustment to their benefits to account for historical inequities in the system. However, future loss might be calculated differently, which could affect the rate at which your benefits increase over time. For those still in the workforce, the new rules bring significant changes to how you can maximize your benefits. The legislation introduces new incentives for delayed retirement, offering enhanced credit for each year you work beyond your full retirement age. This could mean substantially higher monthly benefits for those who choose to work longer. The changes also affect how Social Security disability benefits are determined and administered. The new rules streamline the application process and update the criteria used to evaluate disability claims. This includes modernizing the occupational classification system used to determine whether disabled workers can perform other types of work. One controversial aspect of the new legislation involves the taxation of Social Security benefits. Currently, beneficiaries with combined incomes above certain thresholds may have to pay taxes on up to 85% of their benefits. The new rules adjust these thresholds for inflation, which could provide relief for some middle-income retirees who have been pushed into higher tax brackets due to static income limits. The legislation also addresses the growing concern about Social Security fraud and improper payments. New technological tools and administrative procedures will be implemented to better detect and prevent fraudulent claims while ensuring legitimate beneficiaries receive their payments promptly. This includes enhanced identity verification systems and improved coordination with other government agencies. For young workers just starting their careers, these changes might seem distant, but they're critically important for long-term financial planning. The new rules create additional opportunities for voluntary supplemental contributions to your Social Security account, allowing workers to boost their future benefits by making extra payments during their working years. The impact on self-employed individuals is particularly noteworthy. While they will continue to pay both the employer and employee portions of Social Security taxes, the new rules provide some relief through increased deductibility of these taxes for income tax purposes. This change acknowledges the unique challenges faced by the growing number of self-employed workers in our economy. Another significant change involves how Social Security interacts with other retirement savings vehicles. The new rules provide better coordination between Social Security benefits and employer-sponsored retirement plans, making it easier for workers to optimize their overall retirement strategy. This includes new guidelines for how Social Security benefits should be considered when calculating pension benefits. The legislation also introduces new provisions for international agreements on Social Security benefits. This is particularly important for workers who have spent part of their careers working in other countries. The new rules aim to eliminate double taxation and ensure fair benefit calculations for these workers. For public sector employees, the new legislation addresses the long-standing issues surrounding the windfall elimination provision WEP and government pension offset GPO. These modifications create a more equitable system for workers who have earned both Social Security benefits and government pensions. The impact on family benefits is another crucial aspect of the new rules. The legislation updates how benefits are calculated for various family members, including children and dependent parents. This includes new provisions for how benefits are distributed in complex family situations, such as blended families or multiple eligible beneficiaries. One of the most forward-thinking aspects of the new legislation is its approach to the digital age. The Social Security Administration will be required to modernize its technological infrastructure, making it easier for beneficiaries to manage their accounts online and receive real-time updates about their benefits. This includes new mobile applications and enhanced online services. The new rules also address the growing concern about retirement security for gig economy workers. Special provisions have been included to help these workers better track their earnings and ensure they receive appropriate credit for their work. even when it comes from multiple sources or irregular income streams. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on these important changes. Hit the notification bell to stay informed about our upcoming detailed breakdowns of specific aspects of these new rules. Share this video with friends and family who might be affected by these changes, and join the conversation in the comments below. Has this information changed how you think about your retirement planning? Let me know in the comments. And if you have specific questions about these changes, drop them below. We might address them in our next video. Until then, take care and stay informed about your financial future.